Yeah, so this all depends on whether Elena lets me in or not, so I don't know if she's gonna let me in. This is technically not my invite, so let's see. No, I didn't stream Saturday or record. I had to go to a wedding, but we faced Candy and BRN. A lot of fun. And I really wish I recorded that, but no, I had some obligations IRL. I couldn't record. Just doing a mic test. Mic test. All right. Just doing a mic test. Mic test. All right. Sorry about that. I didn't know that would play back. Sadly, no last BOC video, man. I really wish I recorded, but again, I had to go to a wedding, so I missed. We did win, though. Again, we faced BRN. Candy's Alliance, if you guys are familiar. They're really good. Really, really good. It's kind of scary. Yeah, but we missed it. I couldn't record. Ace? Yeah, Ace is tough. They were a tough competition. They're good. My generals, I don't have Evony pulled up right now, but I use Tamara, Scipio, Grant for Siege, Martinez for Cav, and who's my wall general? Marshall. Yeah, I had to prioritize the wedding. I was actually going to skip entirely, but then, I mean, when I found out it was Candy, I had to kind of put the wedding aside a little bit and play the game. I just couldn't record, though. Are there any questions you guys have? Leave it in the chat. For the developers. I hope this time around they let us kind of listen to them, listen to their answers rather than everyone kind of expressing frustrations. I feel like it's kind of common for everyone to just kind of complain about the game, which is, I mean, there are some things we can complain about quite a bit, to be honest, but I'm more interested in letting the devs talk and hearing what they have to say, rather than everyone else is talking all the time. BVS, I don't want to say anything bad about them publicly. They're working on their team. Hebrew Hammer's hard. He's hard to take down. He's a big boy. I don't know. I hope the wheel's coming back. That's one of my questions. Okay, I'll add that. That's top of my list. Yeah. Best alliance in this game, RSP, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's a good question. I'm ready for port stars. Yep, I'll be porting. Yeah, same flat refines on Civ, flat refines on Ak and Aries are the same. I think flat refine on Civ gear would be overpowered if they increase the cap a little bit more. Yeah, C3, you got put into C3. Yeah, it's always tough with the borderline alliances. The new Siege gen? Oh, the Duty gen for Siege. I mean, he's cool. Not mandatory, you know? Like, if you do coin a lot regularly, yeah, he's a nice little ad for coining this event. But I don't think he's mandatory. Okay, yeah. Let me write that down. Heal March presets in the hospital. Heal March presets in hospital. Okay. That's a good one. Okay, keep general categories. Okay, let me see if I get a chance to ask that question. I'll see if that's possible. Yeah, presets in hospitals would be amazing. I could see people just like building a couple arch bullets and just, you know, just dying and just sitting there ghosting and joining arch rallies again and again. So maybe it could be a little dangerous. So maybe have a cooldown for it, you know, do it once every 10 minutes or something like that. So you're not just, you know, arching, heal preset, arch, heal preset. But I think it'll be a good update to do that. Let me go through the list. So the first thing on my list is what's the plan to continue the release of old civilization gear? So i.e. will the wheel return? Or is our fragments going to come from bossing or different areas? And second thing, I was wondering if they could find different ways to get gold in the game. Maybe adding another tier of Vikings, converting research stones to gold or scrolls or something more useful. Because it was brought up last time too. Research stones are kind of useless after Academy's done. Unless there's more research to do in Academy and we don't know about it yet. But people have hundreds of thousands of research stones that they're not going to use. Server migration. So maybe a lot of people have been considering or asking to see if they can migrate servers. I don't know if they'd ever allow that. Let's see what else. Assist defense slightly. So about the mechanics itself, I think because of the rally sizes, defense needs a little bit of help. I think maybe just by default, buff the embassy. Add for a little bit more room for quantity reinforcements, and then also by default buff reinforcing march speed so that people have a little bit more of a chance, because right now everyone's porting from everything and that's not how the game should be played. I think people should be watching to see what rallies are coming at them and reinforcing rather than running away from every rally, and see who runs out of ports first. What else? Make SVS playable. So I think Right now, SVS feels a little bit unplayable as far as team-related SVS is concerned because, I mean, 4, 5, 6, 7 bill keeps are getting one-tapped with range. So if you get rallied by the wrong alliance, you could just delete your account, and it'll cost like 10k in SOL and packs to bring it back to life, which I think is just insane. So I think they need to make that a little bit more reasonable. There's no way one rally should delete your like 30, 40, 50, 60k account, whatever you spent to build this account. It shouldn't just disappear because you got rallied one time and you have to quit the game. I can't imagine how many people have done that. It's too brutal. There needs to be a little bit of mercy in SVS. Like either reduce the SOL cap to 3 instead of 5, or provide SOL in more grinding freeways or something. But that's my list. And now I've just added heal march presets in the hospital, and this put generals into different categories. Server migration's a huge one. Spin all for Wheel of Fortune, yeah, that'd be nice. Your biggest dude just quit because like these people shouldn't have to quit the game because they made a mistake in SVS, or pay $10,000 to bring their account back to life. Like it's deleting people from the game. Is literally dangerous, you know? Like, God forbid, what if you have an emergency in life, like you deleted your $50,000 investment because like you had an emergency in real life? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? There needs to be a little bit more mercy with SVS. It starts in 10 minutes, 9 minutes. If Elena accepts me, there's a chance that I don't even get accepted here because this isn't my invite, like I said, so. Yeah, I'm not taking a rally in SVS, and I'm 14 bill power. Hell no. I took a siege rally once on purpose, intentionally, to see what would happen, and yeah, it wasn't fun, dude. It cost 10k SOL. I can't afford that. Oh, nice, I got accepted. Yay, thanks, Elena. Sorry, I need 3 screens on my computer. One for the chat. New dragon? Okay, sure. It's gonna be Siege. It's been voted for as Siege. We just don't know what the buffs are. I know that there were pictures of ground being displayed, but those are Amaterasu buffs that were being displayed. I think like 99% is gonna be Siege. Oh, the last song? The last song was this it? It was Strength by Pseudo. A Gathering Dragon? I wouldn't mind like double drop rate or triple drop rate. I don't know. The music playlist? How do I share this? Let me see. Share. You have to pay for it as a thing. But there it is. I put it in the chat. I'm glad you guys like the music. I try to do upbeat stuff, you know. I'll turn it off when in 5 minutes when this whole thing starts. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. That's my Red Bull. Free stamina. I don't think they'll do that. And I also don't think it's reasonable because, I mean, people would just set up like hundreds of alts getting free stamina. I think the $5 stamina pack double down is quite good. Jacob, I can guess who you are with that comment, bro. What's up, dude? That's Fen or Scar, I think. Probably Scar. Yeah, that was like heavy. Okay, I can try that music in my next video too. That's better for compilations, I think, because it's so like heavy metal, you know? Real customer service. They do have real customer service. It's just they're trained to not escalate things to the actual developers because I don't think they want to get bothered. But better customer service. Let me put that down. I really don't think that's gonna be heard. Oh, you stole the joke. Oh, Scar stole it from you. Oh, Tometer, what's up, dude? Better 2x castle skins? Yeah, I'm down for that too. The 3x's are crazy. I see you. Defense and rally sizes? Yeah, 50. Dude, this All-Stars, we're gonna see some gnarly reports. Get rid of building points. Yeah, that's actually a really good one. Building points are buffed way too much. I agree with that. There's been like, I don't even know how long that's been unaddressed. A real black market? What do you mean by that? Alright, well the stream's gonna start in a second, so I'm turning the music off. Alright. and I'll mute my mic. I think it's gonna open. Oh, there it is.
Hi, hello.
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 Hi, thank you for your time.
Yep, thank you as well.
Yes, thank you.
Do we have everyone here?
I hope we got more than 5 people.
Definitely, let's hope that there's some good ideas thrown around and not, how do I build my wall?
Do I build my wall?
Oh, God.
Wait, we have a wall?
Cool.
What books do I put on this general?
All right, it looks like I can't show who's talking for some reason. Maybe it's a privacy thing. So you're not going to be able to see that.
And first of all, thank you for your time. And for today's meeting, we would like some feedbacks and suggestions about mainly 3 points. So first, we have recently adjusted the battle echelons, and we would like some feedback and suggestions about it, like the rewards improvement and the time schedule of the rules.
Okay.
Well, it was kind of shitty, the matchups.
The prelim matchups are always shitty, so they
It was
definitely
every
need to be better.
matchup. Yeah,
Every matchup was pretty much awful.
I
Like,
made 8.5 billion
even
power.
even for the most recently battle of echelons.
Yes, I'm 8.5
Like
billion
there was a
power.
5 billion alliance. There was a 5 billion alliance
there's
against
2
like a
alliances that don't
105
equal up to my
billion
power.
alliance.
Now the complaining begins.
All right, guys, one at a time.
Yeah, it makes for a very boring battle when you have one alliance that's 165 billion and one alliance that's 5 billion, and then 2 others that are like medium, 40 billion and 50 billion, and they just
I
get
didn't even get that.
their ass kicked by the 165 billion, and you just sit there for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's hard to qualify when
you
you're
don't
a
even
200 billion power alliance and you got 3 8 billions going against you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then you don't even make enough points to go forward when you dominate everybody.
Some teams or alliances were screwed from the start with their matchups. Some were helped. And now you're talking about the rewards. The rewards are fine. They're the same as whatever. You got the top whatever got a sub, but you have to actually give the people an opportunity to get there to actually make it worth it.
Yeah, they're making good points.
I'd like to share an idea for Shalons in this issue. I've seen it, basically since the event started, but I think it's an easier fix by just simply making more continents so the alliances and the servers are spread out. I think the issue that we have is we have, big alliances that are 180 billion power on server 6 facing people on server 230 that haven't merged yet. And their biggest alliance is 15 billion power, and there's no way for them to catch up.
But then they'll run into all alliances and stuff like that if same exact thing will happen. So say the top 300, maybe top 150. I don't know what you guys want to do with that, but
I don't know, maybe it should be sorted by power instead of
Power
age.
based, yeah.
Make it power based. So
That's it exactly. The continent should be based on your power and not your continent. That way, 180 billion alliance isn't competing against, has no way to go up against an 8 billion alliance. And so you break it up into groups by power would make a lot more sense for everybody.
It'll directly solve the problem of
this makes sense.
200 bill alliances matching up with 5 bill alliances. Just have power brackets instead of determined by what continent you're on. At this point,
that's really the best solution.
Yeah.
Server mergers would even help that as well, because the fact of we have so many servers and so many servers need mergers because the traffic and activity is gone. And if you have these servers merging, you're getting those bigger alliances as well, which is making evening out the playing field.
But what do you think, Elena?
100%.
Is it possible to do it based on power?
I was thinking that having it based on power is going to be almost impossible because there's so many different alliances, even on the same servers, that have different
and there are
amounts
so
of
many
power.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
there are so many different servers.
Maybe server power?
We need
Power is
to
nothing
check
but a number.
this, see if we can do something to improve this matchup thing.
Yeah.
You look at a lot of the older servers though, and if you're in any of them that are under 100, you probably have 2 or 3 alliances. One's going to be 100, 150 million, and then you're going to have 2 or 3 that are much smaller because they're just dominated by one. So the alliance power would work. You just have to set it up right.
Yes. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the server because, like you said, like the C1 server, some of them have one alliance. It's 100 to 150, and the rest are 30. So
if that,
it's really
if that
tough. If that, right. So if you sorted it just by alliance power, doesn't matter what server you're in, then it's fair. Then you're competing against people your size, because it is totally not fair that JT goes up against alliances that are 8 billion and he's 14 billion or whatever. So himself, let alone the rest of his team, he can't score. It's impossible for him to score enough points. There's not enough points on the board, and he's at a huge disadvantage.
The server
when
I'm on,
16 billion power. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say that you can take every other alliance and we're double everyone else. And so it sucks. It's boring, so someone's talking about mergers, things like that. But if you do it by power, it's going to level things out a lot.
So the only issue that I see with the whole power thing is that if you have it based on power, for example, JT could create his own alliance, and he's now a 16 bill alliance going up against other 16 bill alliances.
It's a great point.
He's going to win 100% of the time.
It's a really good point.
And it's always going to be that way.
That's a really good point.
Someone will do that.
If he wants to win the 16 bill bracket, then God bless.
Exactly. Maybe do average
want to win the big bracket?
Average power.
Scale the rewards down or something like that.
Average power of the alliance over the last 6 months, so they can't manipulate it.
Still will not work because they create farms, so the average would still be low.
Yeah,
I see.
Correct.
Can't you,
Correct.
can
I
you
mean, there's
break the
always going to be
continents up?
people that manipulate it, right? No matter what, you're going to have people manipulating the system. So you just got to try to find what makes logical sense. Because right now it's a good program, but it's slightly broken on the matchups for the preliminaries. It sorts itself out once you get to the playoffs, but that's only for 16 teams. Maybe You have that honor system on the you get the 5 points to win. Maybe the whole thing is like a NCAA Sweet 16 where the whole thing is like elimination. All the events.
Maybe you add a couple rounds to that last tournament, and instead of it being 16, push it out to 32 or 64.
Yeah, exactly. It would help. That would help the people that got bad matchups. They still get in.
Yeah, instead of having a 2-round final, have a 3-round final like you do with regular All-Star.
Yeah. That's 10 minutes though. Let's so the rewards suck. Yeah, everyone agrees they're nothing compared to what we need. So increase the rewards by like 10 times, and then I think we could settle on that subject and move on. So what's next?
Yeah, and the whole subject on rewards, Elena, the game in general needs to be scaled up to the new game. Like I call the K40 a new game, and everything's a much bigger scale. RSS is gold. Token, everything is much bigger, but some of the rewards, like for example, Vikings 100%. Hasn't changed.
Yeah, Vikings for sure.
We need 100%. To upgrade everything. Now you did a good job with your MERS and services. They helped solve the issue a little bit. It could be better, but it's still a path. But like the game has scaled up 2 times with the K40 release, but the rewards for the general bosses hasn't. The rewards for all the events, All Stars, or maybe not All Stars, but SVS and Shalons, everything could be scaled up to the new, call it standard.
100%.
Same thing with the Quest.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Yep.
With Quest, with everything.
Yes, I understand that, and I got that all notes down, and we can move to the second topic.
Awesome.
The new star, the new All-Star event. You guys got
one of the things that's really frustrating to me is I see all of these people that I meet in Battlefield who have been able to unlock the dragons, but because I'm on one of the servers that's right at the end of the first continent,
who let this?
The only people on my server that can unlock
Emily.
the dragons are the people who are spending thousands of dollars every week. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Like literally, they're spending thousands of dollars.
That's always been though.
And that's not true because we're the last server in our continent, and we got 3 people get their dragons this last BOC. Then,
but
it's different in Continent 1. Period. Continent 1 has had it the worst and hardest.
I'm on Continent 1. You know, I have qualified in the top 100 since the beginning, and I can't get through prelims. It's ridiculous, and I've wanted to quit over the last 3 because the longer we go, that gap it just gets bigger and bigger. You know, even spending isn't going to get anyone
That's true,
there.
though. That's true.
You know, it's become inaccessible, except not even 1%, but like 0.1%. They're not accessible.
One of the really frustrating things is I smash these people who've been able to unlock these dragons whenever I'm in Battlefield, and it's just ridiculous.
I do the same thing.
It's always been coin stars.
It's really all seeing the same people getting the same shit when other people could be getting this shit and actually having more people play and have a better game. Instead of tailoring, there's free people. We need a middle class or something. Instead of you big monsters, I love you all, and you know I do. And then little petty people like me that don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars anymore because we get treated like shit.
I don't know. I think this new system we have for Battlefield, it's fixed a lot of it out. Like I got people on my server 12. 5 of them had no business getting the fucking dragon last event or last All-Star, and they did. Like they don't spend a dime. So like the teams does help.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but if you're placing top 100 in Bach and you're making prelims 3 times in a row, and you don't get to the top 100 in All Stars, you just need to play better.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
100%.
I routinely get the first place in BOC and BOG, and I never make it to any of the All-Stars.
He just got gang.
The one thing they did with the Dragon last go around too is made it what you pass the prelims. That's the first time we've had that.
Yeah,
so we need to adapt that process. I think 1 or 2 more Battlefields and then adjust it from there. You know, we can't just hand the dragons out. People still have to, earn them.
Like I'm
go
scoring
get it,
between 4,000,
But you
5,000
know
a
what?
game.
When you get people that have made it through every time they get the dragon,
I
why don't you
am.
hand out
I understand
50
why
and
Cole
let
gets
them roll
angry
back?
now
If
on
they
these calls,
already
bro.
have
Like,
them,
this is
then
frustrating as
just roll
fuck.
it to the next people. Get out like 50 every single time, and just let
Colt,
them
I
roll
empathize
back.
with you greatly,
You
brother.
understand what I'm saying with that?
Well, that
Because-
might work,
because
but
again-
this time it's not going to work because nobody's got the new dragon. So the top 50 are going to get it no matter what, right? Nobody's going to turn it down this one.
So, Lane, I'll say this: keep it to 400, like the top 400. You have it this time. Next season, move to 500. Give more people another shot. That, and then you also create that gap. You add it to your top 250 get a dragon, and then they get that
People are
egg, and they can
split
pick
because
any
of it.
dragon they want.
They,
That could
they
be a
really
way to.
are.
Because that's what people want. They just want the dragon. If we give them more shots down the road, top 500, and then, like you said, the top 250 advance, all of them can get an egg. They'll get their dragon. They'll be happy.
That still doesn't
Also,
fix
in
all
SBS,
though.
I
with
routinely
BOC
finish in the
rankings,
top 3, and I'm positive, not because I splat, and I can't get into all stars. Like SBS, BOC, BOG, I'm in the top 1, 2, or 3 in all of those things every single time, and I can't get into all stars.
But it doesn't fix all stars because it's still a single person event. It's still not a team event.
Yeah, people heal over and
play
over
on a
again.
team. It's not a team
individual
event.
effort. But
And that's
Elena,
department one. I mean, the same
hold
people
on,
are
guys.
getting in this every single time, and there is a lot of people. I'm like the other lady talking. You get so close, and you can't make it the rest of the way. And it's the same. Continent one sucks. We need another level because the same people are getting in there, and they're getting the dragons, and you are not giving.
We
You
have
are
players
not
on
giving
Continent One,
anybody
a lot of
outside
people
of
on
All-Stars
C1.
a chance for any additional
All
dragons.
right.
I mean,
Mm.
other people need them too. We can't even compete in SDS hardly anymore on our server because all these big dragons of all these guys that are getting in that we're going up against, and our server either needs another merge or we can't get anywhere, and it's just becoming pointless.
It's hard to believe all these people are adults.
And I think
to be
that's
honest.
the real topic: is why can't we
This
have
is
more
Top
server
Shot.
merges?
He's really good at keeping calm.
Yeah,
I think that's
100%.
gonna be a topic down the
think
I
line.
agree.
that seems to
The
be
whole community agrees.
This should be
on all
like the
line
main
groups,
point of call.
Everybody wants server merges. Right?
Everyone.
That's the number one.
Everyone.
Yeah.
We've been asking for ages.
Forever.
And
We'll pay for
frankly,
it.
I
If you want, we'll pay for it.
I don't
Yeah.
stand down. The
Put it in the ladder
downside to
pack,
it.
man. We'll
Yeah.
pay for it.
If enough people reach the last tier.
Well, you need to make a better offering when it comes to the additional things outside of just the folks in All Stars also. I mean, I got a lot of people on my server that, I mean, we can get close, but if we're not getting there, and it's very discouraging when you can't ever quite make it. First, we got shitty alliances that we're going up against. They're always under our power. There's no shows constantly. Challenge is a joke because usually 1 to 2 alliances don't even show. So how are we supposed to get anywhere and get those points that we need when we're either up against somebody that's going to totally just kill us because they've got all these all-star dragons, or we don't get anybody that does anything or just doesn't show. So it makes it very hard. And yet we have, if we can't get our stars, we have no chance of growing other than spending the money and get to a K30. But we don't have the dragons and stuff to assist and go up against these people.
To be fair, if my
Yeah,
alliance
you're
is
exactly
all
right. Hold
under-
on. Like,
I'm tired of hearing everybody on this call talk about how we can't. There are so many players who play at a lower power level, who don't have the All-Stars dragons, who understand how to build correctly and set traps and play a defensive game or play a game where they're able to. We had a guy in All-Stars last time against huge keeps at 2.5 billion power, make the top 10. So stop telling
You
me.
also have to remember we have K40
he's
now.
able to even get into All Stars. That's my question.
I
We
think
have
we're getting,
K40
we're
now.
getting off topic
Oh,
here.
God.
We're getting off topic here.
So you're thinking, I can't.
I'm
How
not
do you
complaining
compare
that
to
I
a
can't
K40?
play. Because as I said, I'm winning. Like I'm first, second, and third place. I get it almost every single time in SBS and BOC and BOG, but I'm up against servers. Like it's impossible because of the people who I'm playing against. There's just not enough points on the board.
Why don't you do everybody else
Get
get
into
straight
All-Stars,
points?
because I'm in the first spot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
literally at like 10,000.
And then they heal 100%. they get zeroed again, and then they healed 100%. And I've seen it every single time.
It's always been heal stars and coin stars. I think we
It's
get this
always
topic.
been heal stars. Yep.
We
Hey,
should
I will
just.
say this:
about
I
things
didn't
that have
heal
nothing to do with the
last
game being bad.
All stars at all, so it's not a heal stars at all times. I
Yeah,
did
but
not heal
90% of the
one
time.
See, with all
Got
stars,
lucky.
just
I got
consider
squatted
just
for the
consider
first 5
moving the
seconds.
continents
Doesn't matter.
around, maybe.
Yeah.
Like that's in the chat. Instead of like sitting here and us bitching back and forth about, oh, we can't this or we don't know this or we no. All stars, changing
Oh, she
continents,
needs a Xanax.
rewards, all that bullshit that was
Oh
already
my
said.
God.
Instead of continuing, we have other
Well,
shit to address.
hold on. What about that? What about breaking all stars based on power groups so that everybody above 10 billion is in one group, everybody between 5 and 10 billion is in another group, everybody, maybe that's an option just to something to consider. So it's an individual
brought
event.
up every single meeting.
It
at the
has.
beginning. I don't
Like
think it's
maybe
worth
it's a
talking
team
about.
play, right?
It's not worth talking about. It's because you'll just have VIP 25 sitting at 9.9 billion. You know, like
That's
right underneath
true.
the bracket.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
won't
you
work.
always
Someone
get
that can rally
guys,
4.5
majority
million and
stuff.
attack you for 500 right off the bat. It's not going to matter.
Elena, what are your specific questions for the community about All Stars? You said you want to move on to this topic. We're talking about All Stars. What questions are you looking for feedback on? Because we could do this all day, but what are you asking us for?
Thank you.
Like for your feedbacks of the rewards and the time schedule and how the continent is divided.
Okay.
I think
Continents need to be changed, rewards need to be improved, and
time schedule sucks.
Time schedule sucks.
Yeah, isn't it
Time
the East
schedule's
Coast
gonna
of
suck for
America?
everybody.
The time
No matter
schedule's going to
what, so.
suck for somebody.
Yeah.
This is a worldwide game.
Right, but
No
it
matter
sucked
what you
for the
pick, it's
same
not gonna
group
be
of
good for
people
everybody.
for how many years?
I think slot
Yeah, maybe
7
it
Sucked
or
for the
8.
same group
For
for
years,
a long
it's only
time.
been-
So now let's switch it up.
There's been
Maybe
what,
it should rotate,
2 rounds
that's
of
all.
challenge.
We're
talking about
All
All-Stars,
Stars
not
now,
challenge.
We're
not
talking about All
challenge.
Stars, buddy.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Well, it's always going to be
So-
at the same time.
Why?
Yeah, well,
Because
the time thing,
it-
it's always going to be an issue. Like it's, like
It's-
I'm in Australia and it's perfect for me, but it's
At this
crap
point,
for,
we
like,
just got to get used to it. Next topic.
Yeah,
about
next
the
topic.
time.
We can't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
about
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
The time's never going to get
Okay.
fixed. Agreed.
All right, rewards. Like,
Rewards.
so obviously
Okay,
more is
she
better.
asked,
Like,
and
Yeah.
rotating it's not out of the question. So what's the problem?
Rotated to what though? I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
thank
problem. Is that like nobody's come up with a solution? So you guys go and promote problem. That's fine, but you've got to take the average time slot for everybody. All right. So
Oh,
it's
Colt made it.
average for the it's oh yeah I couldn't sit and just listen to this anymore.
Mhm.
It's average for
Welcome, Colt.
English, for Australia, for the US, and average out everything
Yep.
manages to be the time slot that we have.
Mhm.
I mean, it sucks for me. I'm sitting there playing it at midnight or 1 o'clock on work nights. But I've got
Yeah,
to do
I'm
it
East
because I
Coast too.
understand that other people have to play as well. So if you could promote a time slot that fits for everybody, then absolutely. But I mean, we're
Well,
sitting
it's
complaining
impossible.
about something
It's
that doesn't really
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna
change.
make
So we can
everyone
move
happy
on,
on
I
that.
think, from the
It's-
time subject.
Yeah, you can move on.
Yeah.
What about
Because it's
the-
impossible to fix.
The dragon eggs, I think that's all fair. Like, is there anything wrong with the 3 eggs, the 3
Yeah,
dragons?
Dragon's fine.
That's
Yep.
fine, right? I
Yeah,
think that's cool.
letting
Yeah.
them pick the dragon. Yeah, that's totally cool.
Okay, but the actual
Did you see the new dragon that we will release
Yeah.
this All Star?
Yeah.
is it siege?
But
What's it going to be?
What's it going
Yeah,
to be?
so-
What are the buffs going to be?
It actually we haven't decided the buff and the attributes or the talents, so it's like quite based on this meeting.
Like 200% siege attack would be good.
Done. And 30%
It
siege
should still be
range.
max debuff.
30% siege range.
I mean,
Put that in.
I wanna
Yeah,
put
throw some
it
siege
to
range. You
cavalry
should definitely
guys,
put some siege range on.
Well, then
Excuse me,
we
Elena.
need to find out everyone else. So
Yeah.
Last meeting we discussed about the dragon, but the requests from the community was making it a non-all-star dragon, because the problem with the non-coiners who doesn't
her
have an
picture.
all-star dragons, they cannot get to K36.
Nope.
They
I think that
need a
thing's problem
dragon.
solved with the new fortune that's coming out.
Yeah, we should leave some time to
But-
discuss this. It's
Yeah,
a
But
very
that wheel
important
course would
topic.
have to come out every event.
That wheel needs to be in
other
every event for sure.
I
Yeah.
agree. I don't know why I was taken
We'll
out.
touch base on
Everyone
that
loved
after
it.
this All Stars topic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. All Stars.
We will have new features for other players, like non-coin players, to get the dragons.
Okay. Is there any
Mhm.
like idea what that might be, or any ideas that are floating around about how it would happen?
Wonder probably.
And
4 or 5.
Elena?
I don't have the details yet. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine. That's fine. Cool. That's kind of encouraging. Thank you. Okay, so what's the next topic?
He was talking rewards. I think the first one that we've already mentioned was Vikings need to be upgraded.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Royally.
Just add another tier of Viking.
yeah, this needs to scale up just like everything else.
Like
has
tactical
scaled up.
scrolls.
Like the Huns has a hell mode, make a hell mode.
Yeah, add another tier of Vikings, extra gold, maybe some tactical scrolls.
Yeah, like 200 mil of gold a week is like nothing. It's
Yeah.
like one upgrade for military
such a
academy.
All the wine man should give tactical scrolls, not just 4 and 5.
Yeah, throw in like
Allow
one
us
or
to
two.
compose the research stones into tactic scrolls.
Yeah.
If we could
Yes,
compose those,
agreed.
Pages of those.
Or gold.
Yeah, what do we?
Let us pick.
Because like me for
Yeah,
one, I've got
more
like
gold,
400,000 of
more
those
gold.
things, and they're just sitting there.
So-
like,
So to summarize the two things that came up, another tier of Vikings to add more gold into the game, and the second thing was to add tactical scrolls from your mirror level 3-2 as well. Those are the two requests.
And convert
Yeah, but-
research stones to tactical scrolls.
Third request,
Yeah, give us
exactly.
the ability to compose research stones to tactical scrolls. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Elena,
would
do you
be
think that's a
awesome.
possibility?
That would be nice.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm not sure. I'll just to
And then the
check
other one is get rid of Garuda or insanely increase.
Let
the
her
rewards on that.
talk, bro.
Yeah.
When Elena's talking, let's listen to her because she doesn't talk much. She's representing Evony itself right now. So
All right, well, hush, let her talk.
Yeah, I got two requests, and maybe we will even consider to like compose the stones to the tactic scrolls.
cool.
And
Okay.
what else about the other event? I heard someone mention the Groda.
Get rid of
that's
it.
what I was saying. Either
Garuda.
get
We
rid
don't-
of
we
that
don't need
one
that
or
anymore.
It's pointless.
insanely
We don't
increase
even
the
do it
rewards.
anymore.
Nobody even does it.
Yeah, what is
we don't even
Garuda?
pop
Like,
What is that?
Why?
The Garudas.
That's how bad it
we
is.
don't
Been out
use
6
them.
years, yeah.
Like the rewards, it sucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
It'd be
yeah.
nice
Yeah.
if there was more
prefer
ways to get
a
equipment
level 1
fragments.
keep.
Yeah, it's the game's outgrown it. It doesn't match up with the new game requirements at all.
Exactly.
yes,
Right.
it's not required.
It's not worth the time and effort to do it, and it's just not.
Stamina.
Even for like
Yes.
beginners.
Definitely stamina.
That's
I
be
mean,
another way to get
I
stamina.
think that what you could do is you could probably take the Garuda, for example, and once a server
we
is
need
a
to have
certain
more people,
age,
but
just stop
there's
having
definitely
it.
some people that maybe
You know,
shouldn't be here.
if you're in Continent 1 or if you're in Continent 2, there's certain bosses you just don't need anymore because you progress past that beginner stage. I think you need to take a look at that because it's really hard for us to have bosses that are still populating the map that nobody ever touches on Continent 1 and Continent 2. I mean, let's face it, if it's lower than a B10, nobody even cares. And we just don't hit them anymore. It's not
We
worth
don't
it.
even hit B12s or less, right? Yeah.
Right.
So maybe we can adjust the spawn rate to make it like 0 after a certain time of the server is created.
Yeah.
That are
Or-
rewards.
Just phase out Garudas and just put in the Knights. So, because Knights are
Nice.
fucking garbage anyway. So
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, when there's no events, use them just so
Thursday,
more
Friday with
people
no
can
event.
get.
Ymirs.
Well,
Thursday and Friday are the best
Yeah,
days
the
in the
Ymirs
game.
now,
Yeah,
though,
about
on
to say, I'm like,
Thursday, Friday. So there is an event.
I mean, my bad.
Just get rid of them.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Like
on off event weeks. Push them there and tie the same Garuda
more
events
like we
to
can.
them. If that makes sense. Sorry, I didn't
Realistically,
take it all
just
night.
getting rid of those events is just what's honestly best at that point in time.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
brings
Yeah.
boss spawn rate up.
Yeah.
It brings boss spawn rate up of everything else at that point in time and offsets. So I mean, it then does it. I mean, what we want it to.
Recording in progress.
Well, just like you guys are saying, bosses are outgrown. We also have subs that are outgrown that are all over our maps. The whites and the greens. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I suggest
Whoever uses a white doesn't know how to play the game, and that would give us more map room for bigger alliances for more boss spawns as well.
Yeah, white.
Sorry, I missed that part totally.
What was that?
I think every event we're adding more subs in the historic sub city searching, and so every time we add another 25 subs or whatever it is each, or 30 subs every event,
Recording
that's not
stopped.
taking away from what's already on the map. All of the white subs really just need to be depopulated.
If someone doesn't take a sub after a certain amount of time, it should just go away.
Yeah.
Put it that way. That way,
I agree with this
taken care of.
100%.
Agreed.
It added
Okay.
so much space.
And if you're going to continue to put out these keeps that are 3x3, then we need to increase the alliance hive size as well. Because it's
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous that you guys release 3x3 keeps for basically no purpose, and there's no benefit to having them.
Cheapen the game. It cheapened the game completely. 100% agree.
It
A
took
3x3
away from people
keep
that
you
earn
can get.
keeps that are bigger, but it's just they're worthless to have because they don't offer anything other than just being bigger and taking up space.
Yeah, the keeps that offer buffs are fine, but the ones
Are
that don't offer
fantastic.
buffs that are just ginormous and no place to put them is just keeping people from getting the benefit of being in
Even
the
with the
hive.
buff, yeah, even with the buff,
Make it
they
2
don't
by
need
2.
to be that big.
You make it 2x2.
I mean, it takes 4 spots in a hive.
Who says they need to be in the hive?
Yeah, true.
Make it taller instead of wider.
Yeah, I think 2x2 keeps that have buffs would be pretty cool too, instead of having them all be 3x3.
Yep,
I agree.
I agree completely.
All right, what's and more bosses? I think was the purpose of deleting all those subs and everything. But yeah, bosses are
Which that one gets
scarce.
brought up every time too.
Yeah.
We need them used like 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Constant spawn emirs.
The other thing is,
or extended a day
witches
at
and
least.
warlords are fine, but turtles and golems.
Oh my
are
god!
trash.
Is there anything we could do about that? Like, can we make them better? Like, why do we cycle? Why do we cycle those
Can we
in?
make turtles and golems better?
Yeah, can
Because
we? Yeah.
they're
Have
horrible.
Neans more.
And pumpkins.
Yeah. But yeah, buff turtles and golems like their drops because I don't know. I take naps
Again,
on those days.
they haven't-
Compare
they
the
haven't
rewards
kept
for a
up with
turtle 5 or and a golem 5 to warlords and witches. The rewards don't even compare.
No.
It's-
Yeah.
Great
Well,
point.
it's like hitting a 17. The 17's completely useless to hit.
Yeah.
The rewards are terrible.
Well, and I think this has been brought up a couple of times. It'd be cool to
Yeah.
to see
But
that.
there's an argument to be made that once you get to a certain level, the 17 will be easier to kill, and then the rewards are fine. So you can't really say that yet.
I don't think so.
The
Yeah.
rewards,
I don't think so.
What level
They're
is
gonna be
it?
trash. Day
the
one.
rewards
day
for
zero.
17 are almost the same as the rewards for 16. You might as well not even waste the speeds to heal. They're not
correct.
much better than 16.
Yep.
Well, if you have 4 million T15s like I do, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. How many?
That's my
How many
point, is
wounded
when-
you give
Yeah,
them?
We all
everyone's
can't be
gonna
great
get-
like you, JT. We all can't be
But
great
that's
like you. bro.
JT.
That should piss you off
you have
more
to give
because
people
you're
things
getting
to
the
work
same
for.
amount of reward for hitting a bigger boss. If it's a bigger boss and you can kill it with 0 wounded, good for you, but you should get more rewards for it.
And you ain't killing it with 0 wounded either, JT. So stop the bullshit. You ain't even close to 0. So slow your roll, buddy. And you should be. If you send a full march of T15, you should be able to
Let's
kill
stay
it
on
with 0.
topic, guys. Come on.
I think it's a time to
Yep.
talk about mergers.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Everyone wants to talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yes.
Yes,
Can you
server
just
mergers
explain
is
to us
huge.
how Evony decides they're going to merge servers? Like, what makes you decide you're going to merge a server? Tell us the criteria.
Great question.
How is this figured out?
It's
Top board.
usually we do it like once a quarter, like every 3 months, we will do a merger. And if we have other specific needs, maybe we will adjust to the merger time.
So are you basing your mergers?
Yeah. So how do you figure out which ones get which?
I think there is like a program formula, maybe something related to like active players, like daily active players, and many other aspects.
Is there an option for merging multiple servers at the same time? Not just 2 servers together, but merge 3 or 4 servers together at the same time? And just really
just 1 server.
Condense this.
I think we can do 3.
3. That's bad.
Perfect.
That would help a lot more.
The one thing you gotta remember about that is also though is they usually don't up the bosses at that point either. Though after
Or
a
the
merge.
ranking. Or the
So
ranking.
when you start putting all those players on, all those active players on one server, and you have the same amount of bosses you had before the merger.
Look, man, you can't have it both ways. You can't complain about the way it is now and then complain about getting too many people and not what you
Honestly,
want.
the merges are what we need, but the ranking part is an issue because the more servers we merge, the more people that move ranking, the more people that lose subs, all that bullcrap.
You're gonna get that issue anyway with 2
like
servers
the
merging.
prestige rate, prestige rank.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, prestige rank.
But let's be real, it is an issue, but it needs to be the mergers need to happen. Let players do what they need to do to catch up and catch up on the rank and those things, spend money, whatever it is. But the mergers need to happen, period.
Yeah,
There's so many
mergers are
servers that are
It
dying
might be a
because
little
of it.
far-fetched, but you can even just like reset the rankings, add a merge, and everyone just start from 0.
Yeah.
That way it's not an unfair advantage.
Or just make the, like Archduke the top 50 or top 75.
Yeah, make it bigger.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. There's no reset needed for that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's
a good idea.
A server would have an advantage by having more people with more subs, but still, unless all the servers have the same layout.
The tough thing then is if all of a sudden they're merging low servers, say, 10, 20, 30, with all of a sudden server 200, 300, and then rankings be a bunch different. But that's a problem that they're just gonna have to figure out by sorting mergers out within their own groups or age slots as well.
That or when you merge a server, they keep their server rankings, so you'll have separate rankings for each server on that one, So like S10 has their own ranking still along with S67.
That'd be cool.
I think that when you merge servers, all prestige should get reset.
Yeah.
Make it competitive again.
I think prestige should get longer. It should get longer, bigger, more players, more prestige. That doesn't make sense to make it smaller and smaller at all.
That server gets a big advantage. Those alliances will have.
The server gets bigger, the amount of prestige in those rankings get smaller.
The server will have the same amount of people.
Servers, you're creating a new playing environment. In a new playing environment, you start everybody off the same. And guess what? If you used to be active 3 years ago and you accumulated 30 million prestige points, I don't care, because if you only log in twice a week now, then so be it. You don't deserve to be Archduke. I don't care.
Yep.
That's true.
Good point. Really good point.
Start off at 0, and the active players are going to get the prestige, and the ones that aren't, well, you're not playing anyway. So
it'll sort itself out based on merit.
Yeah.
It'll sort itself based on merit.
And Elena,
how about an extra sub slot for Regent?
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Elena,
so Atlanta, do you think? Do you think three-way, 3 server merges and a possible ranking reset for merges?
I want to hear
prestige
the
reset. Sorry.
Reset all prestige anytime you do a merger. It's just not fair to players when you don't do that, especially from the younger server. The younger server, they can't switch subs. They can't move things around. They can't play the game the same way that it's intended to play because you put them in an unfair position. So you have to put them on a level playing field with the new server from a prestige standpoint.
So say this is possible to like reset the whole thing. But every time after the merger, we got a lot of complaints that saying they got like degrade. And if we do reset, they're gonna kill me.
It's not fair. It's not fair to the younger server. You know, there's so many examples of it. You merged servers last year into servers that were 3 years older than them. There's no way that those players are going to have the same prestige.
Unless you're VOP 18 or 19,
I mean,
you get the ordinary arc
the
tube
toughest
for regen.
the toughest problem with resetting is then the following weeks, but I mean everything kind of sorts itself out after that. But I mean the toughest problem is going to be your following weeks. You're just not going to be able to move subs or anything like that and pray you don't get zeroed at that point in time because you're going to lose all your subs. But I mean it's just protecting yourself the following weeks after until you can either hit your rank that you need to hit to hold your subs, or obviously be in, you know, the honorary system there at that point in time. I mean, that's the biggest downfall.
Or just make it a fixed number for each tier, for each rank.
What about your permanent rankings? Take them out of the prestige rank. Once they're a permanent Archduke, they don't need to be in rank for Archduke anymore. So that way,
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, that helps your free to play players a bunch at that point in time. And I could honestly care less who's in the ranking system. I mean, I got my rank where I need it to be.
Yeah,
exactly.
Doesn't matter. Everybody on this call is probably automatically a
regent.
Honorary.
I mean, we're probably all regents.
Not me. Boo stopped spending all that money once I started seeing what the newer servers were getting.
Matter.
I'm watching somebody else spend $200,000 just on an All-Stars. I'm good.
Okay.
So more, more mergers.
Yeah. So much for the mergers, and how is the new event packs? Like we have increased the packs value, and
they can be better.
Add a ton
I think they're
spam.
good, but I think you just need to revamp a couple subjects. Speed ups
Increase
are not valid, and stam is not valid. Gold is not valid. I mean, you're getting 60 million gold for $100. I mean, that's pretty nuts. That's not enough by any means.
The cake level got up tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, it's stuck on the one cake, which I guess that is whatever it is. But you need to go and update 2 or 3 or 4 things in your $100 packs. It needs to have more gold. It needs to have more speed ups. It needs to have more stamina. I mean, those are probably
souls.
3.
Souls. Yeah.
I mean, I got
gold mines, source of life. Gold mines, like we have stem mines. Put gold put gold tiles on the map. Let us farm it.
I don't know about that idea. I ain't farmed in 5 years. I definitely ain't gonna
farming.
start now.
What's farming?
I don't want more things on the map.
Farming?
No more things.
You might if
What
you
is
can
that?
get some gold.
Let us transport gold as well. You have made it a resource once you made it usable towards troops.
Or like to be able to trade it or something.
Gift it.
Yeah, if I can transport gold, that'd be great.
Yeah, you used to do that in age 1, like all that sort of shit. So
There's
a lot of games that you can
can't ever
trade.
use it.
You can trade resources for gold. There's a bunch of games that do that.
Yeah, Age of Empire, I think.
Yeah.
The old PC Evony version of the black market.
Yeah, that was great.
Like a trade market.
So players can make the trade by themselves, like with all the in-game items.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right now we can transport
like
resources from
refines.
one keep to another. So
Yeah, I would just make it transportable.
But you can transfer gold.
Yeah, or
we
refines.
can, and we should be able to.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to help teammates out.
Actually, one is
Make
like
it so you can
transfer,
pillage it
and
like
the
you
other
do
is like to trade.
resources.
Yeah.
Did you say what you said
know,
again, Elena? I couldn't hear you because someone was talking over you.
I couldn't hear Elena.
I mean, so it's like 2 points now. When to transfer and when to trade, right?
Yeah,
it's
add
mainly
both
about
those
the
features.
gold and other in-game items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I should be able to send that or transport it to people in my alliance for sure.
Also, can we keep that wheel like permanent and add more coins to the pack, please? Like to the packs, like that was great. That actually encouraged me to coin. I actually spent last event, and then I was like, oh, cool, maybe the wheel will be here. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh, never mind, my wallet's going bye-bye. Because I am not going to spend unless I know that I can use something to advance with and not spend ridiculous amounts of money. I would like to keep my home. I'd like to keep my clothes, and I'd like to keep my dignity.
Yeah, I definitely think that keeping the Wheel of Fortune in the Wheel of Fortune, definitely the special Wheel of Fortune needs to stay in every single event.
Ditto.
Exactly. Make it consistent.
I mean, it's already way too far behind.
Is competition. And if you have the game where everything is so expensive that people can just pay a lot of money and just smash other people because it gets so big so fast, it's not as much fun because like it doesn't.
I mean that's I mean that you've kind of got to weigh that out. I mean, if that guy's willing to spend $1 million to whoop my ass who spent 100,000, that is absolutely fine. That dude should whoop my ass. I mean that should be the way it is. I mean this game is
you can get through just spending money because that guy doesn't have any skill, and it's like it should be a mix of
but this is I mean
pointing. Like
it will be. It's just we're
That's
seeing
how every game is.
Events.
This isn't pay to win. Yeah.
We're seeing the events of right after a big update. You give it 6 to 12 months until everybody can grind their way back up to catching up, to have the T14s, to have the size, to have everything. And now don't get me wrong, them players at the top are still going to be at the top. They're going to be even bigger, but that's fine. Them dudes spend mad cash. They should be at the top.
The exact same thing happened.
Like I got hit by grids and I survived. And I'm only a 2.3 billion player. Like I get it. Like I want to be able to work towards something.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to say that like the Wheel of Fortune needs to stay in, the additional Wheel of Fortune needs to stay in, and we need to up certain things to keep the mid-level free-to-play players engaged. Gold needs to be updated. Speeds need to be updated, whether they're in packs, whether they're in bosses, and you need to go and update just.
Elena? I want to ask something. I just remembered this. I'm sorry, Colt. I love you.
Oh my god.
Can we put the damn Rage King in the damn tavern so people that haven't gotten it in 5 years can actually finish their general haul
Colt
and
is
not
making
want to
such a
punch
good point,
something
dude.
every single time it goes one spot past that Rage King?
Oh, this.
Oh
my sorry.
We could.
Okay, so
sorry, that pisses me off. I have rage
Can
from
we
the
let
Rage
Colt
King.
finish?
Let Colt finish
the tavern. Hey, with one person at a time,
in the
please.
tavern.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying there. I 100% agree. I thank you for apologizing. But like I said, there's multiple things that need to be updated to keep free-to-play players alive. You're seeing a lot of alliances that were at the top, including mine, fall off to mid-level alliances, which is all right. That is what it is. Just because we don't have as many high-level coiners, that's okay. But you need to keep the game alive to keep the mid-level players coining. So you need to keep your Wheel of Fortune, buff your gold and everything, and keep speeds and upgraded in everything, whether that's in your boss rewards, whether that is in your packs. But those 3 items right there need to stay. And if you need to replace
there has to be a way to get the new equipment without spending tens of thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah. You just need to keep the Wheel of Fortune in each event.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
It's a very cheap way to keep going.
So if I could just say one thing about the wheel, you should offer also the pieces
I can't stand
or the
this.
fragments
This is
more
so
than
frustrating.
one time. You did the one event on my server. We had the wheel for one event. And I know a lot of people, including myself, that got to like 24 pieces. And now that piece of armor is not going to come back next time, I'm sure. So
yeah,
now
that
I
was
have
a total dick move.
26, I've got 26 pieces of the Planetagenet, or however you say it, armor, leg armor, and I'm never going to get those other 4 fragments now.
Have them start dropping from bosses when you're done with the wheel for that one. Just throw them in the drop table.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good idea.
So we will have more ways for you to get the fragments.
Yeah, put them in 16th
Yeah.
and 17th.
Okay, is the wheel
Yeah.
coming back though?
Yeah.
The wheel
We
really
had
should be a
one.
regular thing.
It should be in every
That
event
needs to
though.
be
Seriously,
every
it's
Yeah, it
highly
shouldn't
highly
go away.
encouraging for like exactly what Colt said for the mid tier community. It's so encouraging to finally get like a breath of hope in the game because
Yeah.
people have been
And
quitting.
it even promotes.
One tap dying. You know, so many people have been quitting the game, but this is hope for Evony. Seriously, so
Because eventually, with the path for the free to moderate spenders, there's a ceiling that everybody kind of gets to. And right now, the heavy coiners are so far advanced. But as Colt said, in 10 months, more and more people will have catched them because there is really a ceiling that your buffs only go so high.
Yeah.
And if the wheel was great encouragement for people to get gear that they couldn't get because they can't afford. You know, this game is based on everybody's spending is different, right? What I can afford is different than what everybody else can afford. And she said it right. She wants to keep her house. God bless her. So does everybody. So it needs to be a path. It could be a grind of a path, but a path nonetheless.
Agreed.
And eventually everybody catches, you know, the game has a ceiling for the most part. Now, people like Phil are always going to be power wise so much bigger, but eventually people are going to catch him when it comes to his buffs and his gear and his tech. And then that's that's what makes the game great when there's more and more
for people to keep playing, right?
Yeah. By the time the average person catches them, you'll release, you know, K45 or K50, and then they'll jump way ahead again.
Don't mention K50.
Yeah, don't say
Don't
anything
even
about
say
that.
those words. Don't
You
say
know what's gonna
K45,
happen.
K50. That better not happen. I will shoot myself in the face.
But Elena,
Sorry, Elena.
the wheel.
Elena, you got cut off. What did you say?
No, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think she said anything.
There just has to be
I'm
a
all
path,
ears.
Elena. The wheel was a really good hope of a path where people will say, okay, maybe the piece I need, I'll get next event. You know, maybe the fragments will be offered, and there just needs to be a path. And if you're gonna hit a B16 or a B17, you should drop fragments because those things are so damn hard to kill, especially the 17s.
Yep.
You should get fragments or something with them. And you know, how do I end up with 700,000 research stones and I don't have nowhere near enough tactics? So we need to adjust tactics to be more available, like research stones were. Other ways to get it. Maybe another
or compose the research stones. That's the best
compose. That would be the best idea ever.
Yeah, just compose the research stones into task rolls. That's like an easy fix.
Yep.
Or disassemble for gold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
Would have an option.
disassemble for gold. Yeah.
That's if they're done with
Because
Academy, though.
the game has scaled up so much. I used to have 40 billion gold. Now I have 0. And it's because the game scaled up, but the be able to get the stuff hasn't scaled up with it. So, you know, it's like the game has got Evony inflation. You know, we with Ymir's we're able to get RSSs, but it is. I mean, realistically, I mean, what was a 10 bill player now in 4 months is going to need to be a 20 bill player. I mean, rally sizes of 50 million, or it's just the game is scaled up. Everything's like inflated. So the rewards have to be scaled up to kind of to match, or it'd be at least possible for people to grind it out.
Yeah. So, Elena, do you think that with Vikings you can add an extra tier, like an extra level, or make the rewards better for Vikings to get better, more gold?
Yeah, and Vikings are the perfect example because they were designed for the game when it was K35 or K30 even, and now the game is K40. So they haven't kept up with the sign of the change of the times, right? The Vikings are a
Hang on,
great
I think
event.
she's got an answer for this one.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, sorry, man.
No, I go to points, and we will see if we can make more improvement or adjustments to like those bosses and like everything.
Just scaling. We
Scaling,
brought it up
yeah.
nearly every dev meeting.
Yeah.
Scaling it just needs to be improved on
How long
everything.
would it take to make these changes? That's the question. Is it going to be 2 more years before we see it?
No.
Some changes.
Hope to bite them up.
That'd be sweet.
It'd be really nice if the wheel one would happen kind of immediately.
Yeah, next
And the
event.
server mergers immediately.
And the server merges in mass quantity.
Wheel's already on the test server. It'll be out next event.
Sweet.
Yeah, JT's right.
Great.
We had the wheel at the event too.
You just need to keep it more consistent with. You need to keep it more consistent with events. I think another really great topic someone either brought up in the chat or something like that was just rewards for everything, or scaling down cost of everything, like server versus server. If you could scale down cost of source of life, so either capping it at 3 instead of 5 promotes way more fighting at that point in time, which gives you guys more money, but yet all of us players a better chance at actually wanting to compete for the little rewards that are there.
Yo, I don't normally complain, but if I could just add one thing to that. People have spent like, what, 30, 40, 50, $60,000 on their accounts and how many years of their life, and they get one rally in SVS because of K40 and they have to spend 10K to bring it back to life, and they can't afford it and they have to quit. That's no way to play the game. It needs to be fixed for sure. SVS is unplayable right now. And people are like losing their investments.
Yeah, cap
I think the source
Yeah.
of life is definitely the easiest fix for that.
And that's another to the point where people's keeps get so much bigger, they need more sources of life. So the sources of life have to be, again, scaled up and more available for the average person to get.
Or reduce the cap to 3.
So many.
Just reduce the cap to 3. It'll be way more active in SVS again. Right now, if you have a family emergency on the weekend, God forbid something happens, you're gonna lose your Evony account. You're done. It's over.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a possibility, Elena?
Can we shorten server?
Now let's hear what Elena has to say real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know right now. I'm really bad at math, and we'll say if the 3 can do the magic.
Yeah, and I mean, if it might not be 3, it might be 2, it might be 4, it might be something. I mean, but literally any fix at this point in time helps promote. I mean, we don't obviously know the math behind the scenes there. I mean, 2, I think is probably ridiculous. I think 4 is not enough. So, I mean, just take a look at the math. At least,
or just
please
don't
change it.
Don't make there be
Take the meeting.
or like just don't put a limit on when you could revive the troops, because these accounts are getting deleted from the game. Deleted, like years of work. So maybe increase the time to 2 weeks or something. Like, why 3 days?
Yeah, till the next SVS or something like that.
Give them more time to bring their account back to life. It's too much money too quickly.
I still think, yeah, I understand that, but I still think you've got to cap source of lives. I would hate for them just to switch to 2 weeks.
Agreed entirely.
And then say, hey, like that, we took your advice. So I do like your advice there. I do think that's a smart idea. I just definitely think that you need to cap source of lives below 5.
Definitely.
Whether it's 4, whether it's 3, whether it's 2. I mean, any change, and I think that we're going to be happy. I mean, we're going to complain no matter what, but I mean, at least
Or you could also give us
showing
more
that you're
opportunity
helping
to
us.
increase the amount of troops we can revive per source of life.
Yeah, more powerful. Yeah.
I think more people would play if it was one
I don't
day.
really want
If you
more
had on
tech.
Friday or Sunday.
I have to
I
do.
think
I'm
more
not gonna
people
lie to
would be
you.
more involved than trying to get people on to weekend.
The other thing
one of the
that
topics
would
that
be
we're gonna
nice
follow
is
is we want to be able to heal presets, guys. We want to be able to heal.
Heal presets, yeah.
Heal preset would be nice.
Yeah.
You know, we've got 6 presets that we set generals and troops specifically for that preset, and we should be able to just click on that and heal only those troops if we want to.
Oh, that would be nice.
That'd be handy.
Hospital.
That's one of the best ideas brought up in a long time. I'll be honest.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We should be able to sort our generals too, the way that we want them in our list, so that we don't have to scroll through thousands of, hundreds of generals to find a general for a non.
And back to that heal preset too.
Let's hear what she has to say about this heal preset deal.
Just one thing at a
Elena,
time.
do we think that is a possibility to set up presets in the hospital to be able to heal those presets?
Or just heal the preset out of the tavern.
Yeah, or, I don't know, not about the tavern, but the rally spot.
Yes, we'll try.
Awesome.
We'll try. Yeah.
Gotta fix that heal glitch with that too, though.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Where you heal and you can't play anymore.
Also, BOC buildings are getting people into All Stars who shouldn't be in All Stars. Still.
Yeah, that's just easy points though. Fuck them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. 75 counts are all.
No, leave that. Leave that. I
Until
like
that guy
that.
heals again and then someone gets knocked out.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
Life's
buildings used
not
to be
fair.
Battlefield can
minutes.
still be good
Buildings
with
used to
only
be
at
3
1
minutes
hour
to
instead too.
occupy. I mean, look, guys, buildings used to be 3 minutes to occupy, and now they're 30 seconds. Probably somewhere in the middle is better.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like I understand the point of that. You know what I mean? Like trying to bring it into an average there so that not everybody's just capping and holding for that much longer and getting more points. But I mean, is it really changing that much game mechanics? You know what I mean? Like you said, it's kicking out a couple people each deal, which I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure my guys are probably pissed about it.
It just
Yeah.
inflated the points. That's all. It doesn't really change who gets in. Just inflated the points up, I think.
I'm seeing some weak players getting in that top 100, man.
I disagree because there's farm accounts who just got qualified in this first round.
Yeah.
On what server?
We're seeing in Conda 1, there's some alts in the top
264.
100.
What?
264.
There's some sub 100 million power accounts that are in the top 400 right now.
So somebody calculated out, and right now you can get about 48,000 points per round just off of building.
By holding buildings, yep.
So
We are,
that's enough
okay,
to
so,
get top
sorry.
like 5.
Sorry to interrupt. We are aware of this
All stars?
already,
Let her
and
finish.
we will try to figure out a way to avoid this to happen.
Just don't do it in the middle of a season.
Awesome.
It needs to be done
Thanks,
before
Elena.
we go to
I was
round
gonna
2.
say, I
though.
mean, we just said that it needed to be done before, so I mean,
Yeah.
It's cool you're fixing it though. It'd be nice to do it before
Yeah.
the season ends. So thank you, Elena, for fixing that. I appreciate it.
And
And thanks for listening to all of us.
And a heal preset would be great. The other thing is
Yes,
maybe
and
make the
thank
throne.
you for your time. And this already
think I
been a
closed the-
very productive one, and I think we can maybe call this a day. And if we will post our feedbacks. Or
Elena, do you
decisions
have 2 minutes
after
to go
this.
over the most important points here?
Yeah.
Like a quick
More minutes.
recap. Just a real quick recap.
Just a
No, I
yeah,
don't
absolutely.
have 2 minutes.
Oh, come on, Elena. You got 2 minutes. I'll make it fast, all right?
Uh.
So more gold and speed
Go gold.
in bosses. That needs to be changed. Okay,
Yes.
so rewards for bosses. Another level for Vikings is a great solution to that. Cheaper source of lives. All
Yeah.
right. A
Okay.
healing preset in your hospital for your March presets.
Okay.
Easier
The
tax
wheel.
scrolls. Easier tax scrolls. The Wheel of Fortune needs to stay in every single event. It needs to be more consistent.
Composing
Am I
research stones.
Composing research stones into tax scrolls. Sorry, I forgot about that one.
Stamina.
25 people on every battlefield.
Stamina needs to be an easier. I don't think that's a subject that got brought up enough. Stamina needs to be obtained easier for everybody, not just packs.
Yes, you have
Or
mentioned
free to
that.
play. Okay, perfect. Well, just making sure we got that on the list too.
Buff
And
turtles and
Anything
golems.
else?
We should hire you to make our meeting notes, you know.
Yeah, I tried to stay out of this one. I made it 18 minutes, Elena. I just missed you too much to be able to miss it again. All right.
Aw.
Yeah, I understand.
And you know what? You guys that have all the All-Star Dragons, you don't care, but those of us that don't have any, that's kind of probably on the top of our list. At least it is for me. Is making those more accessible.
We will introduce more ways to get the All-Star Dragons, like even the old ones.
Can I just
That's
ask
the
a quick
that's the
question
most
about
that she's
the
been.
All-Star? What average points do you need in order to make it to All-Stars per BOC?
That's not something that she can tell you.
She doesn't know
That's
that.
math.
That's
That's
we
math
figure
that
out.
we've got to figure out.
6,000 per BOC, shouldn't that get you
Yeah,
an
and
All-Stars?
No.
Right now, it's
The
about
players
17K.
something I honestly
She
don't
was
know.
trying to cut off the call, guys, so let her finish up. And then if we want to talk about this, we could talk about this on our own.
Yeah, no, but
Oh,
we've
yeah,
got to have
thank
her here. Otherwise, we're chatting up to ourselves. And I'm here to tell you, I love you all to death, but I'd rather not talk to you any more than I have to. I'm not gonna lie.
When she leaves, we all booted, guys. So.
Yeah.
All right, Lena.
Wrap
Wrap it up, my lady.
Thanks, Elena.
Or should I leave
Oh, yeah,
this
server
meeting for
merges.
you guys to
Yeah,
talk
leave it
about?
open. Sure.
No, don't.
Leave it
don't
open.
fucking
I'm
shit
good,
box
Lena.
open.
You have a good night.
Thanks, Elena.
I'm
We
the-
appreciate you very much.
Yeah.
Subscribe to
Thank
my
you.
YouTube channel.
And, thank you for thank you all for the time, and we will have the decisions posted on the Facebook later, and maybe if you miss anything, you can just message me on the Facebook. Okay.
All right. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Elena.
Thank you.
You're the
Thank
best.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right, meeting was terminated. What do you guys think? I think that was pretty productive. Wasn't bad at all. Let me see. The Civ fragments are gonna come and everything. Oh my god, bro! Some of the people on that call I could not stand, like whatsoever. Cringe lady, merge. Yeah, no, they know about merges. Like they mentioned the merge thing. I felt like we covered some really good topics here, to be honest. Like some great topics. Yeah, we already talked about migration. It was brought up. I don't think specific server migration is something that they're going to be doing. A lot of these games don't allow that type of stuff. Oh, cold statues. Yeah, I really think they need some kind of record for this type of stuff for All Stars achievements and SBS achievements. Yeah, respectfully to those two people, just needed to maybe stop talking. Yeah, makes you want to reach to the phone a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah, there's probably a couple of people that maybe didn't need to be there. But we really did get through some really important topics, though. That another tier of Viking, I really hope they do that for the gold and everything. And SOL and all that. I like making that cheaper and not killing accounts with an SVS rally, that'd be amazing. People will play SVS again. I know I couldn't get to the specific PvP content. I wanted to talk about defense, reinforcement speed, but there's only so much you can cover in this lot of time. Yeah, no problem, dude. Sorry for my impatience. Felt dirty after listening to the Karen. The 50 mil rallies will definitely be filled in SVS, and with the server merges, I think with the server merges they'll be filled a little bit. We talked about migration earlier in the call. You're welcome, guys. I'll hang out for a little bit if you want. Let me just stop the video though. Yeah, for YouTube, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in I guess Bog is up next. So I'll see you then. But I'm still here for the stream. Yeah, I tried to get things back on track a little bit. More players in Battlefield? No, but that'd be a really good idea. 25v25 Battlefield. That's actually a fantastic idea. You're welcome, J40 or J420. I like that. I like your name. I think people will migrate without their alts. You just rebuild them. Oh damn, you unlinked your main? Damn, that's pretty brutal. Follow up regularly about that. Like, I think it takes like 3 or 4 days sometimes. It just depends how many tickets they have. Yeah, I have Discord, dude. I don't know what my ID is though. I don't use Discord much. Migration was somewhat talked about earlier, but Elena didn't get to respond to that. Yeah, more SOL power, more SOL generally, more SOL from packs. Yeah, it got kind of quiet after that. Cancel healing button in hospital. Yo, that'd be a really good idea. Zach, I've thought about this idea too. Like custom battlefields or matchmaking with battlefields, you can queue up with friends and play from different servers, and that's such a good idea. I feel like that's really difficult to it's really difficult to code, but I think they do that in test servers anyway. So if they could do that, the game would be way more fun. To not be one tapped by a 50 mil rally, if you're like a solidly built, I mean, if you have reigns, you could probably survive that at like 5 mil power, I think. 4 to 5 mil power, otherwise you port. But if you're solidly built 4 to 5 mil power, proper range, you could probably do that. Brotherhood, haven't played them. Good night, JFH. Good luck getting your account back, dude. Yeah, getting more information from the reports would be fantastic. Like knowing what kills what. That's super valuable. It's alright, Michael. I'm going to post on YouTube. So it'll be up in a little bit. And plus his stream gets auto-uploaded, I think. Yeah, the Huns thing. Queue up with friends and all that. I mean, I feel like that'd be great. Just set up like a daily matchmaking time slot and just select what friends you want to go in with. And it'll just queue up the rest. And you just land. You know, you match with someone near your power and you just face them in Battlefield. Sounds like fun. I mean, I do that. You're welcome, Lady Shark. The crazies always make it in. I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about them because maybe it'll come back around, but the wheel's coming back next event. Pretty sure. They didn't say that specifically, but the wheel's coming back. I mean, we made it a point that we like it on a regular basis. It gives hope to the game. JT he did a great Colt did a great job holding the fort down. He's great on these calls. 2 vs 2 Battlefield. Ooh. Trio squads. Dude, feels like PUBG. Would be pretty cool. Sir Philip, dude's gigantic, bro. His buffs are amazing. He's probably done with MA. But the way the game works, if he doesn't have reigns, he could still get hurt. Get rid of the speed up event? No, I think. What do you mean, like the speed up event in between the events? I think they need to buff turtles and golems because those suck. Remove the filter? Nah. Maybe I will. I don't know. I try not to say mean things on stream or on video. Oh, dude, we're playing. We have a really good opponent for SBS. We're playing the server that won C1 All Stars or C1 Challenge. Alliance is 1 ONE, and yeah, some big names there, like really big names. I'm a little bit nervous to be honest. I'm not trying to get hit by a rally, but we'll see what happens. Probably gonna be. I mean, all SVS is bubbles now because it's too expensive to play and too risky. SOL for monsters. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like drop like one at a time maybe, or from Vikings or something. The speed up event doesn't give decent rewards. Yeah, it's not as good. But I guess they need like a point of comparison, you know? Like maybe something bad for something good. But I agree, the rewards aren't that good. Thanks, Catherine. Yeah, I hope we get some action. I think it will be. They're good. A good alliance. Alright, I'll let it out, bro. Yeah, Kurt was... Oh, that Kurt guy, that's Top Shot. Top Shot's... He's amazing, bro. I love Top Shot. Actually, Top Shot gave me his link for the stream, just in case I couldn't get in. And also the gang, she was really nice too. Your server's against Ace? Oh, wow, nice. Ace is strong. Be careful. They're really strong. Don't take a rally from them. Meatman's good. Goku, yeah. Here, what's S50 with Goku? Yeah, he's good. Nice. How did I meet Elena? I just messaged her on Facebook. There's like a so this whole thing gets set up via a Facebook group. There's like a VIP Facebook group, and they get set up over there. Yeah, I think as a server grows older, they need to get rid of all these crappy spawns so they can allow good stuff to spawn in. Really, they must have some kind of metrics, right? So let's just say, I don't know, some kind of back end table which shows what bosses and events are being like played and what bosses are being killed for what quantity. They must have that somewhere, and they could use that to possibly like, I don't know, I don't like find out what's good, what's bad, and get rid of the bad stuff, the things that aren't getting killed. Yeah, rewards across the game. Someone mentioned I think Boo Boo mentioned that from the quest rewards. She made a good point. The quest rewards suck as well. Yeah, people still use Facebook. Traps, yeah, traps are kind of useless. Maybe they can make them useful again. I just don't build them. Yeah, who's hitting a red cap, bro? For real, it's a troll boss. It's actually not VIP based. It's application based. I think they have to review like your Monarch ID and everything. I don't know. Yeah, they should have a system for people who are like, you know, um, sick or at war or passed away. Like some like really good system which would protect their accounts in these events. Yeah, they probably should. It's not okay to use alts. It's against the rules, but they don't really do anything. You just got to be careful, I guess. Don't talk about it in the game. Oh, Boo Boo. Yeah, she mentioned that. It was a good point. Yeah, just Thursdays and Fridays for Ymir. I think Saturday, if they have one more day at least, that'd be really nice, honestly. It'd be a fun weekend. I wouldn't sleep much, but it'd be a fun weekend. Oh, you're against lit. Oh, have fun with that. I just bubble. But I still think defense needs help. I wanted to bring up that reinforcement capacity probably needs a buff, and a reinforcement march speed probably needs a buff, because otherwise everyone's just teleporting from rallies, and that's really not how the game should be played. PvP engagement should be a set of troops versus a set of troops, like these many marches versus that many marches. That's how PvP should be played, not can I teleport from this rally fast enough. But that's what All Stars will be, 100%. Everyone's predicting that. Yeah, if it's Saturday, it's definitely going to kill SBS. What I do is whenever I face an inactive server, I just steal their bosses all Friday and Saturday. I just go port around, take everything. Oh, that sucks, Jonathan, damn. Thursday and Fridays, not good for you. I play while I'm working, sadly. They do have that system, Jason. You just gotta hit up CS and just be like, hey, like, you know, this player unfortunately passed away. And they'll put a permanent shield on there. No porting, no healing in Battlefield. Oh my god. That feels like standing in one place and just punching each other in the face until one person knocks out. But I don't know, maybe that'll get the job done, dude. No porting, no healing. Oh man. I mean, it gets to the no porting point eventually. Well, what do you guys think? Buffing reinforcement capacity? Because I don't know, when I was, and this is, I'm saying K35 plus, not just for the big keeps, because I'm a big keep. I can fit like 20 million reigns. But K35, if they could fit like, let's just say 15 million by default, that'd be pretty nice. Yeah, throne they can make it shorter, dude. Like much shorter. It takes so long, dude. Imagine sitting in the enemy server paying attention with like all your friends for that long. 2 hour throne. Yeah. Yeah, we got lives, you know. We got shit to do. Got families like MSG on the Book of Face. What? K20. No, I'm saying K35. Like, obviously scale it reasonably, you know what I mean? Because otherwise it'd be trap keeps and stuff with Reigns, but. Walls need a buff. Maybe. That would help. Interesting idea. Archer standing higher. Can shoot further. Yeah, right. Like in the middle of it, they just take it or something, and you got to redo it all over again. Especially if it's for the win. It's discouraging, especially with the how dangerous PvP is right now. No one really wants to do SVS. I mean, I want to do SVS. I'd love to go port over and rally someone who's bubble dropped, but I mean, everyone's like, I don't know, their phones to their hip, you know? No one wants their bubble to drop in SVS. Yeah, no problem, Zach. No problem at all. I'm happy to do so. But I do have to run. It's 11:30 right now, 11:20. I'll call it like 5 more minutes and I'll bounce. Next Saturday, I was thinking about what if all of RSP, like whoever's on the call, we do like a Q&A type of thing. I don't know, or just talk with you guys. Like, I'll stream. It might not be vertical format is the only thing because I can't stream on YouTube on vertical format. For some reason, it doesn't allow portrait mode. But I'll stream and then I'll keep the stream going. If you guys want to do like a Q&A afterwards, you can just ask the whole call and we could talk about your questions about the game. I feel like it'd be kind of fun. Because, I mean, you guys just see me. I'm just like one part of RSP, really. Like, there's a lot of other really smart people on the team and really good people on the team. I think you'd have fun, like, asking them questions and maybe just hearing what they have to say. Or just chatting with them about the game. It'd be kind of fun. Maybe Saturday. This, well, it's SVS. Let's see if this Saturday would work after Battlefield. You guys will maybe even see like SVS live stream plus Q&A plus Battlefield. I don't know. It'll be like a triple thing. Some alliances that could, there must be a bunch, dude. Like IFT. I don't know. There's got to be a bunch. I gotta look at the Battlefield rankings. We're definitely not like GOT would be a tough competition. I really want to face them in Battlefield. That'd be a lot of fun. Let's see, BOC ranking. Yeah, IFT would probably be really tough. NEF would be insane. I don't know what would happen if we played NEF. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm just gonna leave it at that. BED is really good. Yeah, but GOT, they have a 94% win rate now. Did they just lose their last BOC? No, they didn't. They were 95 before. I don't know. Okay, a lot of people would like that. All right. We normally play slot. We're now doing slot 7 BOC. Let me just write it down because there's a slight delay. So we'll do the Q&A probably if we kill everyone early. We'll start the Q&A. And we'll just start, I don't know, we'll just start chatting with you guys. And probably afterwards we'll start chatting with you guys. You have to like being spanked. I'm sure they're tough. But alright guys, I gotta run home. It's troop training day, so I gotta take care of that too. It was fun fun chatting with you guys. I'll do stuff like this more often, and I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. I'll try to do it before I head out of here. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.